Hello, my fellow obsessives, and welcome back to the One Obsession at a Time podcast. If you're new here, I'm Anastasia Lara, and this month's obsession is alternate day fasting. I am now deep into week 3, and I've got to be honest, the honeymoon phase is over. The early wins that I was having have slowed down. The motivation has flattened a little bit, and I've hit that dreaded patch we all know too well, the stall. So the number on my scale hasn't budged in a few days, and to be honest, my brain immediately wanted to panic. Is it working? Have I lost my momentum? Maybe I should just do one meal a day? I don't know. So I started to spiral a little bit, I must admit. Then I remembered something I read in Megan Ramos's book. She says women often lose slower in the first weeks of fasting than men, but once our hormones adjust, we catch up fast. So today's episode is all about why this happens, the science behind it, and how I'm getting through it mentally without losing my mind. I want to say I'm not losing my motivation. I am losing my motivation a little bit. But I am dedicated to seeing this obsession out and sharing with you all of my wins and my losses. So let's get into it. So let's start with the nerdy part. If you've been fasting with your partner or following someone online who's dropping weight faster than you, especially if they're male, here is the deal. Men and women lose weight differently. At first, men tend to lose more and faster, and that's not because they're better at fasting, it's just their physiology. And I must admit, I do not follow men for diet advice. Even if I see someone who has lost a lot of weight, if they are male, I know that their journey is nowhere near the same as mine. It's hormonal, it's in our day-to-day lives. I'm not following those men. But let's talk about why we expect to lose weight quickly and men seem to smash it and we don't. So men usually start with more muscle mass and a higher metabolic rate. They also have larger glycogen stores. So that's basically your body's stored form of carbohydrates. And those glycogen stores hold water. So when they fast, men burn through that glycogen quickly and drop water weight like crazy in the first couple of weeks. Women, on the other hand, have a body that's far more protective, especially when it comes to our reproduction and hormonal balance. So our estrogen and our leptin levels, so leptin is that hormone that makes you feel hungry. They make our metabolism a little bit more cautious. It's like our body saying, hang on, are we in danger? Are we starving? Let's just hold on to this energy a bit longer until we're sure this is safe. And that's why for the first few weeks, you might not see much on the scale. Do you know, I actually think our brain starts going, is this the right thing for me to do as well? I do think our brain plays a big part in that. And we do tend to overthink things. Well, I know I do. Let me just speak for myself. I overthink things. And so the minute something isn't quite working for me, I am all about finding out why. So this is why. It's the safety aspect of keeping our reproduction and our hormonal balance safe. And it's intrinsic, it's biological. And that's why for the first few weeks, you might not see much on the scale. But, and this is the good part, once your body realizes this is the new normal, it actually becomes really efficient at burning fat. So according to Megan Ramos and Dr. Jason Fung, I think they're my faves. I think they are my faves because they've got the science bit and they're really digestible. And yeah, I think if I need fasting advice, they're going to be my default. Different authors say different things. If I read something and I'm not sure, I'm going to go to Megan Ramos and Jason Fung just to double check. So according to them, after about 4 to 6 weeks, oh my gosh, this sounds like magic, women's fat oxidation increases dramatically. That's when you start seeing what they call the whoosh effect, where your body suddenly starts letting go of stored fat after this cautious adjustment phase. I am all for the whoosh, but I do get really impatient for it. Like, I want to fast once and get the whoosh the next day. So right now, if you're stuck like me, this isn't a plateau. Our body is still working hard. It's in preparation phase. You are switching from sugar burning mode to full-on fat burning mode, and that's actually something to celebrate, because once we get past this bit, guys, our results are going to come, and they're going to come faster, and they're going to stay more stable, which I'm really excited about, because I have seen I got down to about 4 kilograms lost, which is about 8 pounds, and I've actually gone back up to where I was at the end of week 2. And I'm almost at the end of week 3, so I am just in the middle of my Friday fast of week 3. So I've got another weekend fast to go, because I am doing rolling ADF, where I fast every other day, which is just so good. I love it because the rules are easy. I eat one day, I don't eat the next day. Okay, so why this matters to me is I have been looking at the scale, sticking with it, but I have not been getting that dopamine hit of seeing the number drop, and really the mental game has started for me, and it's a mix of frustration and it's a mix of doubt, and I just have to stop myself, and this is what this episode is about. This is the episode for you if you are thinking about quitting. That is the test. This is where most of us give up, not because it's not working, but because we hit this quiet, boring, uncertain stage and we mistake it for failure. Oh my gosh, and that is exactly what I have been saying to myself is, there we go, I failed again. And my husband will look at me and go, well, this is just like you, Anastasia, to try that thing and just to give it away after a few weeks. And you can tell where the idea for my podcast came from. I get deep into an obsession and then I let it go. But I'm not doing that this time. We are all go on this one. So instead of spiraling, I am deciding to reframe it. And this stall in my weight loss, it's not a punishment. I haven't done anything wrong. There's a few things I could fix, I could tweak, but I haven't done anything wrong. It's my body recalibrating. My body is learning something completely new and it's rewiring itself, and that takes time. So I just need to say to myself, if I quit now, I will never see the part where my results take off. And I'm not doing that again. I've done enough of the start strong and lose steam cycle in my life. This time I am sticking through the dull part, and you are welcome to stick with me too. So if you need motivation, if you need some tips on what to do differently when you hit this spot, here we go. This is what I'm focusing on, and you might want to try this too. Number 1, I am tracking my non-scale victories. That means I'm celebrating energy, good sleep, and I have been sleeping so well. I am not going to lie. That is a non-scale victory for me. My mood, My mood was a bit funny yesterday, and I'm wondering if that's because I was just feeling a bit like a failure. So I'm going to track that. I've noticed the energy on my fast days is steadier. My cravings have dropped, except I have still eaten some naughty foods. And do I feel lighter? I do feel lighter, but I must admit, I have been a little bit disappointed when putting on some of my clothes this week because I haven't felt a massive change. To be fair, I did notice that when I put on freshly washed jeans, and we all know they're a little bit tight to begin with. But yeah, I was hoping to feel a little bit lighter this week, and I'm not. So number 2, so that's the first one. I'm going to track my non-scale victories. Number 2, I am hydrating like a queen. And actually, I heard that women my age, so I am in my mid-40s, we can be called queen ages, and I love that. So I'm hydrating like a queen ager this week. Lots of water, lots of electrolytes, and a good pinch of salt. So when you are fasting, especially as a woman, electrolytes make a very big difference. Less fatigue, fewer headaches, and better focus. I must say, I have tried the advice has been, if you do get a headache while you're fasting, is to have some salt, have a drink, see if it goes away. If it doesn't go away, have some more salt, have another drink, see if it goes away. I haven't actually had salt or repeated that process enough so that my headache has gone away. I do think it's better to preempt a headache and have your salt earlier in the day before you get the headache. But that's just anecdotal from me. Number 3, I am going to be so much smarter about my eating days. They are refuel days. I'm making sure I'm eating enough protein and nutrients. So on my last but one fasting day, I had a chicken breast for morning tea. I had a Greek yogurt and a chicken breast. And I thought that was really good. That was a great way of breaking my fast. On my fasting day yesterday, I didn't have a Greek yogurt. I had a high protein yogurt. And I think I really have to have a look at the ingredients of both of those and just double check which one's best. And I followed that up by having some salmon for lunch, which was great. And then I had a chicken schnitzel with some salad last night for dinner, and then I did have a mini ice cream cone. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Well, let's just see how we go. Because I did say I want to eat how I want to eat. If I start seeing that I'm not getting any results after week 3 and 4, I'm definitely going to try and rein that in a bit. Number 4, I'm being aware of my cycle. I am not changing my fasting hours to fit my cycle, and that might change, but at the moment I am just being aware of my cycle, and that might mean that some days, in the afternoon around that 4 o'clock time, I need to schedule a walk to get me out of the house and clear my head and walk out any grumpiness that I might be feeling. But yeah, I'm just going to be mindful of that, because sometimes I'm not mindful. I am not going to sync my cycle up with my fasting like one of the authors does. What's her name? Oh, I can't remember. I'll get back to you. Anyway, number 5 is I am going to work on my mindset. I am going to be really positive about getting through the next week. So I'm at the end of week 3. It's been a bit meh. I need to do week 4 strong, and hopefully week 5 I start seeing that movement on the scales again, because man, I would really love to fit into some of my clothes really nicely for Christmas. So yeah, that's where I'm at. The scale has been quiet, but according to the research, my body has been doing the work behind the scenes. I'm going to trust the process and I'm proud of that. So if you're in your 3rd or 4th week as well, please don't give up now. This is the part where your body is learning to trust you. Stay with it. Give it some time. The breakthrough is coming. Okay, so I will check in with you guys in a day or two. Until then, stay kind to yourself and remember, obsession is just passion with commitment. I am just so in love with that quote. I think that's my new tagline. Obsession is just passion with commitment. You've got this, I've got this, and we're doing it together. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.